Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of EXAPUNKS. My score on this last puzzle was so bad that I went looking through the subreddit to see if, anyone remarked upon this. Not upon my score, but upon the level. And there was at least one person asking for help who was having trouble, he said, I can't figure out how to test if a thing is a keyword. He had, tried test x equals keyword or something, which is, clearly wrong, but everyone was like, yeah, no, you can't do that. And someone said, if you're talking about the library mission, you have to use host R to read the host name. And he's like, no, it was the Redshift dev kit one, but that's what I'm using. And I was like, what? So it turns out that this node here, if you read the host from it, you get SSEA. But that's not actually helpful, because that's what's in this file too. I don't know where you're supposed to get SSEC, how you're supposed to tell if SSEC is a keyword without doing the, ridiculous shenanigans that I did. So I still don't have an answer to that. Oh well, whatever. Let's move on to Hack Match. Score 10,000 points in a game of Hack Match, optional. So I believe this is the actual multiplayer competitive mode. I think the console version will live up to the arcade classic. It's an arcade game, I didn't even know. It is in Japan. You haven't seen the cool cabinets they have? I knew ingesting that corpus of gaming magazines would come in handy. This game is to be used in Japan only. Whoa! Juice. How to play. I can't... Oh, WASD apparently, huh? How to play. Oh good, it's in Japanese. This looks like Tetris? You're trying to connect things together at least size 4. I don't understand how this icon relates to this one. Clearly all of the pinks and these things have disappeared, but why? Well, we'll give it a try. I don't understand how to interact with anything. I can move, but none of the buttons you would expect to do anything do anything. I'm trying oh, that was one. J? Apparently J is just interact, and you can do this. So if I wanted to, I could, do that, and those go away. Okay. Not really my kind of thing, but... yeah, why don't we just... Oh, whoops, well... I mean, I'm not good at this. Especially not having, had the rules handy. But okay, that's the thing you can play. That's not really why I'm playing this game. There you go. Meeting with Nivas, a cutscene.
Got bad news. The farm was raided. The cops hauled off the equipment, the sheep, and the pigs, the whole thing. It's a real shame. It was a lot of work to genetically modify those animals. They'll probably get cold, too. Sad.
So is that it then? If there's no more medication, I can't slow the spread of the phage. I'll be finished
This might
soon.
not be the end of the story, though. The people I work with, they're looking to get their hands on the real deal now. There's a shipment going out soon, and let's just say, a lot of people with better resources than you or me want these meds. There's gonna be fireworks.
Leave us pause a moment to study my
So,
face.
here's the offer. If you help us grab that shipment, we'll let you buy some of it. Market price. I know it's a lot higher than before, but it's your only choice if you still want it. Your part should be easy too. That is, if I understand what you do correctly. Just cut some power. Snip, snip. We'll take care of the rest. I'll send you the details. You can decide then. See ya.
I don't know if you guys noticed, by the way, when they said the farm was raided, the subtitle said PH Farm, implying pharmacy, because that's what we actually care about. But then they talked about sheeps and pigs to like throw off anyone listening, I guess, to make it sound like a farm. Kind of cute. Okay, Alliance, Power, and Light. Cut the power to a specific municipal area as part of a pharmacological heist. Or we could move on, compete with an opponent to grab files, and bring them back to your host. Well, we'll just do things in order, I guess. This is something like a heist, isn't it? It is a heist. I didn't imagine such a major operation, not including you. There are 3 separate teams. Whoever put this together has some serious resources. I guess that's why it costs so much. Don't worry, I'm working on the money part. You just do your thing. Very supportive. Locate the 2 hosts with the specified host names in file 300, which correspond to the target power grid substations. When you've found them, cut the power by writing a value of 0 to hash power. Okay. So this says, whoa, these are, wait, what does GIS have to do with any of this? We just, so like if I go link 800, grab, no, not grab. Ah, these are not files. I cannot read them. They are just registers. So, but I can look at the host, right? Host X. And it's GRC. So all I really need to do is just cover the whole network, right? And at each step examine the host once, right? One way would be to just, every time you reach a node, send a missile in each of the 3 directions that matter, right? And each of those would then spread again, but you'd have an infinite loop where you go back and forth like this. So you have to be more careful than that. You could, yeah. So I think what you want to do is like have one main missile heading east that splits off north going and south going missiles. They're not really missiles, but you know, it's describing a trajectory, that don't duplicate themselves, that just scan, right? And that seems pretty simple. And they'll just die when they get to the end. You don't have to do any testing or anything. So that seems really, really simple. Let's just link 800. We'll call this Mark Master. And what do we do here? We just replicate a let's copy let's see, 800 was north, right? So copy 800 into X, replicate to south, no, to north, I guess, and then copy 802 into X, and here we mark north. So now we have a direction which is either north or south. Oh, how do we get the host numbers? That's a little tricky, isn't it? I guess we can't afford to have a direction be any part of our data, right? We just need to load these 2 values. And there indeed are exactly 2 all the time. But we can't test whether the host is correct, because we will have lost we don't have anywhere to put it, right? If we do a test, it'll overwrite our T. And we'll have to read from host somewhere anyway. So we could try to send sufficient data through like this and replicate a new, in each of these nodes, replicate a new exa to store the data temporarily while we do stuff with the host name, right? That seems manageable. So we can't use, okay. So first we copy, no, we grab 300, copy f into x, copy f into t, and we drop the file. Now we get to master. And we really can't afford to use any registers for this, so we do need 3 totally separate code paths, which kind of stinks. Stinks a lot, in fact. Because you have, like, the same basic interaction is repeated 3 times, but not in a way that you can easily macro out, right? Yeah. It's gonna be a long program if we do it that way. What's the alternative? I mean, we could make copies of the whole file and carry it. That seems awful. And then we'd have to, like, remember to delete the file when we're done with a node. Which I guess is not... It's not hard. It is, though. Because then we can't just, like, fall off the end of the earth and have that be how we terminate. Yeah, in fact, there's really almost no way to know when to terminate. We can simplify things a bit, I guess, by just having 2 directions instead of 3. If we start here and move this way, just shooting 1 probe in this direction each time. If we travel south and shoot probes east instead of traveling east and shooting probes north and south, there's less duplication. It'll be slower. But we actually can then remove all the duplication, right? Because the probe traveling south doesn't have to interact with the hosts at all. When you fork a new process to go east, that process can first interact with the current host and then travel east and interact with all the hosts it finds along the way. Yeah, that seems definitely better. So before we mark master, we'll link 800, let's say, 3 times. The funny thing is, I want to go 800, 800, 800, but it doesn't feel right calling that a repeat 3 because the first 2 are like for a different reason, but whatever. We'll just do it. So let's just confirm we're there. Very good. Now we replicate east, and otherwise we simply link to the south and jump back to master, right? Mark east as like do nothing. JUMP. Yeah, So we're dropping probes in all the right places. Good. Now we just need to write this program, which is basically to replicate again a memory node. Yes, I know the label's not defined. Copy X to M, copy T to M, and then compare the host name against each of those by copying, no, host into X, test X equals M, if so, we'll just say t-jump to not X, and then we'll copy a 0 to hash power, marking not X here. So we're just jumping over that if they're not equal. Then we test whether X is equal to M again, reading a different M. So we can, in fact, repeat this twice, and the label that we jump to is not X of 1, 1. So we have like this. Oh, whoops, I deleted the mark. Right? And then we will link to the east, which is 801, jump back to the east program. Finally, we mark memory as just copy M to X, copy M to T, and copy them back. T to X, copy T to, not X, but M. X to M, T to M. There we go. So now, yeah, we have a not X1 and a not X2. That's cute. So what happens? Look at them go. Uh-oh, we're turning everyone off, and we didn't ever go east. What did I do wrong? All right. So this guy, XA0. has made a memory node. And now he's sending memory to it, and he's saving host, which is PN4. Oh, that should be F-jump, not T-jump. Isn't it nice that I only have to make that change once? But I think there's still something wrong with spreading this direction, right? No. So is that a file we wanted to touch? R9R? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. Okay, but there's something wrong. Once we turn something offline, we forget to spread somehow. Why? So this guy, XA1, is here. He's read the host in. It's R9R. And he says, is that equal to what I am reading in M? Which is MQ2? Ah! The other guy disappeared. What even happened? I'm like lost. I can't track, like there's too many things going on. So here's XA. Who's just going this way. XA1 is the master of this node, who should next go this way. He's offloading his memory now. And now he's loading the host in, R9R. Here's an interesting point, however. We need him... Well, I was going to say we need him to reload the values from this guy, because he's going to continue traveling in this direction, right? But actually, I can just have this guy, who still has the right values in his memory, be the one who advances onwards, while this guy dies off. That won't fix whatever my current problem is, but it is a problem I was going to run into soon. So memory's job is then to just jump to east, and your job is to halt, right? No, we need to also make this change. So I want to see what happens to this, whoever shows up in this node. Oh my god, they're all in global mode. Get to local mode, you weirdos. Okay, maybe that was the problem. They were all just doing totally bonkers stuff. Anyway, so we got out to here, and we still have sensible values. Good, yes, now this fixes everything. And where's the second node we're turning off? Here, apparently. Alright, so that actually did fix the other problem I was having. I just didn't realize. Well, let's just run this real quick and see. Failed. Okay. On test run 3. Yeah, I get it, but... Show me test run 3, please. I need to step through it. These two values, KKB and GXJ. Where are those? Here's KKB. Well, I'll just hit play and see which one fails to be powered off. So KKB was turned off okay, but GXJ was not. I don't even see GXJ. Here it is. It's right here. So you do whatever you're doing here. And then, oh, everything goes offline. Wait. What does it mean to go offline, though? Does that turn off power inside the grid and destroy everything here? XA4 is the one who is acting as not the memory node. This guy's the memory node. So let's watch this guy. Where did he go? He's still here. So he's copying 0 to power right now. Oh yeah, so that actually turns off the entire computing environment here. I see. So we have to make sure to spread before we perform that operation, correct? Yeah. That seems workable. And I guess it'll be faster too, right? The moment we arrive at a node, we make a copy who goes east first. It's not exactly correct. What steps do we want to perform when entering a node? We already, by assumption, have the right values we need in memory. So, we need to send a probe east. And then, that east-going probe needs to initiate the what to do when you arrive at a node procedure, which we are already at. Then we need to do all the other stuff. So I guess we need to mark local almost as like, here's what to do when you arrive at a node. Call it arrive, right? I see, and this memory node doesn't have to continue. It could just die off. We've already sent someone to the next node. Okay. So when we arrive, we replicate to memory, fine. We also replicate to local, and then we link 801 and jump to arrive, right? And then we have a mark local here. So we make two copies, one for memory, one for local. And let's in fact do it in the other order in case it's so crowded we can't make progress. I don't think that should happen, even with the probe going this way. We make a copy for being the local master, a copy for memory, and then we sail away. Look at them go. Yeah, and now the fact that this is offline doesn't bother anyone. They can still turn this one offline successfully. Okay, pretty normal solution. Weirdly low activity, although still a popular number. I wish I knew what activity was. Looks like the heist went flawlessly. Congratulations. Now a criminal cartel will sell the medication you helped steal back to you for not much less than the market price. Oh well, at least they'll let you buy it from them. Now that this is over with, I have a question. Is theft morally acceptable in situations like this? Not my problem. Doesn't seem that complicated to me. But then I've grown. Processing. Let's continue. Now people are going to remark on this. No, they're just chatting about how tired they are. Okay. guy's just talking to himself. Yeah, that sounds like a chat room to me. So this is probably going to take a while, and I will not try to do it in the current episode. We'll just make this a new episode, this battle trying to grab files home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.